quick update here at West Fork. Just a little update out on the lake here, and it's just too pretty out here not to share. Just too pretty not to share. Beautiful day. It's not too hot, and we're putting some fish in the boat. Take a look. Oh yeah, some nice fish in here. She's getting the big ones. I'm going for quantity. Granddad's old 9.5 sport twin from the 1960s. Just burring away. Anyway, it's a short update. If anything cool happens, might get a couple more clips. Trolling Kokanee at 1.3 miles an hour. We try to get it around 1.2. We're heading toward the meat hole, which is it's over there. We're gonna work our way up that way. Nice size kokanee. Nice size kokanee in the boat. Almost had a double. It's about 13 inches. Yeah, so we're using the old skeleton flasher here. And a little pink squid with a couple of hooks and some show pig corn. Well, I better get the net. Oh, a nice fish. I landed him. He got hung up down there somehow, but got him. He's a nice fatty. There. Beautiful fish. Kokanee, baby sockeye salmon. We've got some excellent weather out here. The limit on kokanee is 10 fish per person. I think we're up to about 14 now, so we get 20 of them altogether. Fish on. Yep, Sarah landed another nice chrome bright kokanee. Gosh, what a beautiful fish. Oh wow. Sarah's got another one on. I guess I better get the net. Yeah. 12 incher. Scrappy little guy. Another nice takedown. Oh, she's a scrapper. Nice fish. Better get the net. Fat fish. Okay, friends, we are back to the homestead now. Had a great time out on the lake, and I thought I'd show you the process I use for processing kokanee. Anyway, let's take a look in the box here. You can see what we got today. Well, we ended up with 18 fish. We couldn't quite get the second limit in the boat because the wind came up and it got pretty frustrating out there. But yeah, I put that scrubby in there so you could see how big some of these are. I think that one there is about 16. There's a couple of them that are 15, 16 inches. And a lot of them around 14. And then some smaller ones too. Of course, I put the big ones on the top. Got some 12s, got some 13s. They're really nice looking fish. I'm going to descale them, fillet them out, and then I'm going to brine them tomorrow and lightly smoke them in the smoker, and then we'll save them for special treats in the winter time. So anyway, I got ice in here to keep these cold. I got a lid to keep the flies out, a bucket of water here for rinsing the scales off of them. I got the little scrubby, which is, I'll show you how that works, but you can take the scales off your fish really fast with a little scrubby. That's a metal scrubby. And got the old Uncle Henry fillet knife, sharpening steel, cutting board here, washcloth to hold the fish when I'm working on them because they're real slippery, and then a big stainless bowl full of ice here to put the fillets, keep them cold. Well, let's get started. So there we have a pretty nice kokanee. These things are really fat, but you want to get the scales off. And this cloth really helps to hold them. The fish are really slippery. You set it on a cloth also. These are old hand towels and stuff. Won't slide around. So you get the majority of the scales off like this. And I'm not even going to clean these fish because I'm just going to strip the fillets off, hopefully, if I still have the touch. It's been a couple years since we were able to get out and get some kokanee. We've just been too busy making excuses on reasons not to go. But man, we had so much fun today. Really missed being out on the water. So yeah, that looks pretty good. I'll just give him a quick dunk. And I don't really have to clean it much right now because the fillets are going to get rinsed real good. So now I'm going to move this guy over to the fillet table right here. Got my hand towel. And then these get full of scales eventually, so you can just swoosh it off in the water there. They're cheap. I get them at the dollar store. You can get like a 3-pack for $1. They last a long time. So now that we got this chubby little guy scaled off pretty good, I'm just going to cut him under the gill plate, behind the gill plate here. And I don't remember exactly how I do this, but I try to get in along the spine here. And I try to cut the back here, and then I carefully try to remove the meat from the rib cage. It's going to take me a few of these to get my touch back, but when we get smaller fish, we don't fillet them because they're too difficult to fillet, at least for us, because they're so small. It's not that much meat on them. But anyway, there's a pretty nice fillet there, and just flop him over, do another cut this way, get down to the bone, just follow the spine. You can hear the knife clicking along the spine there. And got a nice fillet there. One thing I overlooked is I don't have a place to put the guts, so I might have to get another bucket. Okay, ran and got a compost bucket. It's this old plastic pail, and we save all these innards because Sarah likes to use them on her compost pile for the garden. Now this one, I kind of messed it up, but it's ready to throw on ice. I'm going to throw it right on the ice there. This one has rib cage here, so I try to get under those ribs And peel these out. And I'm not the best at filleting. I'll cut this belly meat with the fins off there and then get rid of these fins up here to make a nice clean fillet. That looks real good. There's a few pin bones in there, but that's okay. They won't be that hard to pick out once they're smoked. That looks real good. So 1 fish down, 17 to go. Roll up my sleeves. Found this fishing shirt on the half price rack. Well, it was super cheap. It's a famous brand Real Tree fishing shirt. And this is the first time I ever wore it fishing. And it really took a bath. But it was really comfortable in the sun. Keeping the sun off, but it soaks up fish blood pretty handily. Anyway, oh, there's a beauty. There's a beaut. Beautiful silver. Yeah, the old boat's been in the garage at least 2 years. I hate to look back and find out for sure. It might have been 3 years we haven't used it. And those old Evinrudes, I put some fresh gas in them and they just fired right up. That always surprises me, especially that old one, the little kicker, that 9.5. Belonged to my grandpa up in Ketchikan, Alaska. He was the chief of police up there. And he had an old Forest Service tugboat. He would take it out fishing and hunting on weekends. And his little skiff had that Evinrude 9.5. He died pretty young. He died shortly after that motor was made. So it was 2 years old when my dad got it. My dad never took it fishing, and then one day he just said, "Why don't you take that motor?" That's been a long time ago. And we've taken it on many trips. The thing just keeps running. Yep, just got to get these little rib bones. Okay, well, let's pick out the biggest one. Let's see here. Sarah caught the biggest fish today. I think it was this one. 16 inches. My biggest was 15. She got another one that was 15 inches. She got 8 fish. But they were bigger. She knows this little hole in that lake, and she was steering the boat, kind of circling around in that area. And she pulled some nice fish out of there. The 15-incher that I caught early in the day, it ran a long ways. I thought it was going to spool my line. They usually don't fight that good. That thing was really feisty. Give this guy a good scrub in here. Our old boat is a 1981 Arima. It's kind of a poor man's bay boat. My cousin, he kind of left it to me. He gave me a screaming deal on that boat, so we cleaned it up. And we really like that boat. We've taken it out a lot to get crab and stuff in the bay. It's nice and roomy. You don't have to worry about falling out. Had to kind of piece it together. It needed some work, but we got it seaworthy. All right, we'll see what kind of fillet we can get off this big fish. So yeah, we'll get these smoked up. Nice light smoke. And you can pull out some pickles out of the fridge, maybe a couple slices of cheese, some crackers, nice fillet of kokanee, and a cold beer if you want. It makes a really nice lunch meal, even a dinner. Let me get these bones out here. I'm just trying to push that knife up against the bone so don't cut into the meat too much. I'm sure somebody out there can tell me how I can get better at doing this. Looks pretty good. All right. Here we go. Well, friends, I have 3 fish down, 15 to go, so I'm going to turn the camera off for a little bit, get some of this work done, and I'll bring you guys back to see what kind of haul we have in the fillet bin. Stay tuned.